Been very tired, a lot of work to do, but I'm going, you know.
Yeah, I know. Are you working tomorrow?
Yes, but Tuesday is holiday here. So Monday I will work in home, like home office, but Tuesday is gonna be nice.
I have tomorrow off.
Really? It's a kind of holiday or not? Your day off?
Hello, Wellington.
What happened, teacher? It
I
was
don't know.
your
I lost you. I couldn't hear you. Good to have
it's
you back.
freeze.
Yeah, it did. So Wellington, can you hear me?
Yes.
Good. We were having a strange problem there. I would say happy Friday, but it's not Friday for you yet, is it?
No.
No.
It's Thursday.
To me, it's like Friday because I have tomorrow off, so my weekend starts now.
Good,
Good for
good for
you.
you.
Yes. Oh, I better get my phone ready here because I need this to keep track of talking time. So everybody's coming into class. Excellent. And now we have Raphael. Hello, Raphael. Good afternoon, evening.
Good evening, Sam.
Good to have you here, sir.
Good to be here.
Awesome. Hey, by the way, I have a class for tomorrow in the morning, but I'm wondering, you guys all let me know if you want me to do one in the evening tomorrow too, and I can set up another class for tomorrow evening. But let's see how today's class goes first. So we've said hello to Wellington, Raphael, Leandro, and I see two other students that have joined us. Anna Carolina. Hello, Anna.
Hi, teacher. What have you been up to here?
Well,
I'm
I've been
sorry.
working. I've been getting ready for a presentation, a speech, and I've been teaching my wonderful students.
Oh, that's a compliment.
Yes, it is. Anna, it's been a week or two. It's good to have you back.
Like what, teacher? I'm glad to be here.
Excellent, excellent. Well, I'm going to make sure you guys have a lot of talking time, so I'm going to get right into the class very shortly. I just want to say hello to Amp. Hello, Amp.
Hi, teacher. How are you?
I'm very well, thanks. Are you excited about today's class?
I am going to try to do my best.
Okay. Well, guys, we'll get started right away. Today's class is about conversation. I've been doing a lot of these classes lately. What I want you to do is practice being descriptive. That means using adjectives. For example, this is a phone. You might say, what kind of phone? Is it a smartphone? What does it do? This is a phone is a very simple sentence. It's not very descriptive. If I say, this is the brand new iPhone 10 from Apple that incorporates the latest in technology, it's the fastest, it's the best. Well, okay, maybe it's a bit of a sales pitch, but I've given you more information. Okay? So I wanted to pick a topic that you guys would be very familiar with. I want you to describe your country. Okay? So we're going to start off. I'm going to give each of you just a minute. I want to get you guys warmed up. And I've got my little timer here. So guys, do try your best to stick to it. I will hold it up, and if you keep going, I will interrupt. I want you to describe your country. So introduce us to your country and tell us what it looks like in terms of size, geography, mountains, and rivers. See how much you can describe in a minute. And let's start. I'm going to start at the opposite end of the class today. I'm going to start with Amp. Amp, you have a minute. Please introduce us to your country and describe it, please.
Okay. My country is Ecuador. It is located in South America on the coast of the Pacific Ocean. This is a small country. It's no more than 280,000 kilometers or something. It has 24 provinces, and they are distributed in between 4 regions. The weather is very changeable in between the regions. We have tropical weather in the coast. In the highlands, you can find a cold weather, and in the forest, the Amazon region, you have just rain most of the time. One of the most popular areas of our country is Galapagos Island. That is endemic. Okay.
Nope. Yeah, 2 seconds over, but that's okay. Thank you for stopping. Amp, you gave us so much information from where your country's located to the fauna, the geography, the political structure in terms of provinces. Well done. Thank you very much. Now we go over to Anna. And Anna, I want to give you a minute as well. See how much you can describe in that time, and use as many adjectives as you can. So please go ahead.
My country's geography is fascinating. It occupies roughly half of South America, bordering the Atlantic Ocean. The climate is tropical, which has a bunch of pristine and awesome beaches. The highest mountain is Pico da Neblina. We have a lot of diversity. We have the Amazon rainforest. We have a lot of species and peculiar animals such as tamarins, sloths, and teacher, show me the time. And I cannot see.
It's about 45 seconds left. Or 45 seconds.
Okay. The most impressive thing that we have is our culture, and the worst thing is our politicians.
All right. Thank you very much. And maybe I was too busy typing a few things, but I don't recall you saying your country's name, although I know what it is. Would you like to say it for everyone?
Brazil. I brought up the Amazon rainforest, so they must have that.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much. Emmanuel just joined us. Emmanuel, we're describing our country. This class is all about using adjectives. Students have 1 minute to see how much they can describe. So are you ready? If I give you a minute, can you describe as much as you can about your country?
Okay, I am from Mexico. Mexico is a big country. I will try to describe the places that I have visited. For example, currently I am living in the north part of Mexico. It's a desertic zone close to the Texas, about 2 hours from Texas, Laredo, Texas. is very dry, a lot of hot. For example, in summer, the temperatures rise until, for example, 40 degrees Celsius degrees. Uh, Sometimes cold on winter, in winter, but no, is seldom, rarely that
Okay, thank you.
the temperature. Okay,
All right, let me hear you say the word temperature.
temperature.
Northern.
Northern, northern Mexico.
Northern. Yep,
Uh-huh.
perfect. Thank you,
Thank you.
Emmanuel. Welcome. All right, Leandro, are you ready? It seems like it's almost like a competition. How much can I say in a minute? You're doing great so far. I promise you, after this round, I'll give you guys a good 2 minutes. I just want to get you guys used to thinking quickly and used to the class. So, Leandro, you've got 1 minute starting now.
Okay, first of all, I'm not patriot, so I'm from Brazil, and if I would describe, I would say lack of education, and politician is like a thievish and uh, well, but the weather is nice. Sometimes crazy because in the morning it's cold, in the afternoon it is raining, and the night it's hot. So it's like that. But I never I never been in other states. I live in São Paulo, and most people don't like this country and wanna go to American, European, Asia. But we have what can I
Okay.
say?
Time's up.
Yes.
Thank you very much. And I notice that each of you describes different. Some of you touch on the socioeconomic. Some of you talk about what you like about your country, what you don't like about your country. But don't forget, some of us have never been to your country. We want to build a mental picture. What does it look like? Temperature, it's cold. What kind of cold? It's very cold, sometimes reaching 50 degrees. Give us more detail. All right? All right,
All
perfect. Raphael, it's your turn, sir. Are you ready?
I'll try.
All right, sir. You have a minute. Please start.
I'm also from Brazil. Since almost everyone has talked a little bit about culture and geographic aspects, I'll try to talk a little bit about technology. Unfortunately, I live in a country. It's a little bit. It's something about 10 years late in technology. Fortunately, universities has undergo a very lack of investments, and they don't have enough funds to keep the technological studies, and maintain their work. They had just enough to keep their basic functions. What else I'd like to talk about? Well, I think we have to improve in our education, and that's it.
Thank you. Excellent, sir. All right. Well, that's for everybody. No, I'm just kidding. We have Wellington up next. Wellington, are you ready to start?
Yes.
All right. Go ahead, please.
Okay, let's go. The people from here in Brazil is gentle. We have abundant. Brazil is abundant in natural resources. The people is peaceful, and we have people from all over the world. We have Japanese, we have Lebanese, we have Arabs, and other people. The majority of the people lives in south of Brazil. The city of São Paulo has has is the largest um, city in the south of in the south of the hemisphere. The city of São Paulo is the 70th of the most populate of the world. Brazil don't have strong changes of the weather.
That's it.
Okay.
All right. I was paying attention to the words you were saying, and I let you go over a little bit. Couple of words I heard you say. Could you say peaceful for me?
Yes, peaceful
Okay. Population.
population.
Excellent. All right. Would you guys like to hear me go and take a turn to describe my country?
Yes.
All right.
All right. So here we go, starting now. So I'm from Canada, the second largest country in the world, and we think it's got to be the coldest country in the world, but it's not. Russia is the country in the world. In winter, it gets very cold, down to a bone-chilling -40. Bone-chilling. How's that for a descriptive phrase? And in the summer, it gets as hot as northern Brazil, reaching a humid, steamy 40 degrees. We love hockey. We like football. We like to sit out in the summer and enjoy the fresh air, have a nice frosty beverage, and enjoy each other's company. We love summers. We tolerate and hate winters. We quite often travel to other countries during the winter, like Brazil, for warmth. So there you go. That's 52 seconds. I got a little creative.
Sorry, teacher. Did you say -40 or -30?
It really doesn't matter. Once you get colder than -20, it's all pretty bad.
Jeez.
So, but
-40.
yeah, don't concentrate on the temperature. Listen to some of the adjectives I use, like bone chilling, right? When you think of that, it's cold to the bone, and a bone chilling -40. So that's an example of using multiple adjectives. Now, you know what? My wife is watching the baby, and she left my door open. I'm going to close that because I don't want you guys having any noise. Sorry about that. I don't like it when they do that. Any of you have babies, you understand. Sometimes they just do things. All right. I want to give each of you minutes. Now, if it helps, use Wiki, because I want you to tell us more about your country. Think of your largest rivers, key geographical features like the rainforest. Well, what about the rainforest? Does it rain a lot? What kind of creatures are in the rainforest? What kind of products do you get out of the rainforest? Economy, what are you known for? Imagine for a minute, guys, that I have some money and I want to travel when it's cold here in the winter. Try to describe your country, you've got 2 minutes, in a way that would get me to want to go there. All right? Don't talk about the bad things such as the crime or the education or the political. I'll give you a chance to talk about some of the negative things later. I want you to use adjectives that help convey something positive. So, Amp, it's your turn coming up. Let me just reset my clock. Are you ready, Amp?
What, a minute also? Or 2 minutes?
No, 2 minutes this time.
Okay. Well, in my country, Ecuador, we have the principal economic activity is the oil. All the incomes are from the oil, more than 50%. Also, we have bananas, cacao, cocoa, flowers. And related, our government is a democratic government, and it is elected always every 4 years. One of the principal places to visit here is our capital, that is Quito, and this is in the Andes region. This is some mountains around this, and you can see the volcano near the city. we have the one of the highest volcanoes is the Chimborazo, and the other that is active is the Tungurahua, that you can see from the city that is called Baños. That is very popular because people who like extreme sports can travel there and enjoy a lot of this kind of sports. And also we have beaches around the Pacific Ocean. And I live in a city that is called Guayaquil, that is the with the most largest population here, and it's almost 3 million inhabitants, and it's a big port. And we have also famous people from my country. Well, we have painters that was called Guayasamín, and a singer that was Julio Jaramillo, and a guy that was a sport. Jefferson Perez, who won 2 Olympic medals, the only 2 that our country had. Okay,
Thank you very
that's all.
much. Very descriptive. Very well done. Anna, are you ready?
I'm not sure. Let's
I'm
see.
not sure. Why are you not sure?
I don't know because MP did it very well. Let's see. Let's go for it. Let's try.
All right, let's go for it. Starting now.
My country is huge and occupies half of South America, bordering the Atlantic Ocean. The climate is tropical, but the south has a temperate climate. Climate. The largest river is the Amazon, and there is a place there which which is called Meeting of the Waters, where you can see the Black River and the Solimoes River. The water doesn't mix to each other, and one river is brown and the other is black, and it has a stunning view. We have a lot of animals there, such as sloth, tamarins, and so on. A lot of scientists have been discovering new substances such as copaiba oil, which has some active 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 principles to use in medicine, to do medicine. The highest point is called Pico da Neblina, and the biggest forest in the world is the Amazon rainforest. We have a lot of touristic attractions. We have the Cristo de Redeemer, located in Rio de Janeiro, which was elected one of the 7 wonders in the world. We we have the Sugarloaf also in Rio de Janeiro. We have plenty beaches. One more beautiful than another. We have some coral reefs where the water is crystal clear and you can see a lot of school of fishes. Oh, schools of fish. Oh my gosh, I'm making a lot of mistakes. How can I see the time?
Sure,
Uh,
you got about 10
the,
seconds left.
the people are wonderful. We love to receive guests all the time. We are very caring, very easygoing, outgoing. We kiss each other.
Thank you, very well done. You know what, I gotta say, after that, you kind of, it's tempting to go to Brazil. The rainforest is exciting. I've heard about the place where the rivers come together and the water doesn't mix, and kind of makes me want to travel there. Yes, Anna, you may have made some mistakes, but the purpose of this class is to get you using adjectives. I don't mind a few mistakes. If I was doing academic English, I would focus much more on pronunciation and some of the mistakes, but here, practice, get you speaking more. The more I do that, I think the better you guys will do, and that's why for right now, the next couple of weeks and months, I'm focusing on conversation classes, okay? All right, Emmanuel, you're up next. You have 2 minutes. I believe you're from Mexico, sir, so you know a lot of Canadians come there to travel, but imagine I've never heard of Mexico. Try to convince me. Tell me about the wonders of your country to get me come visit.
Yeah, it's a beautiful country because there are a lot of beaches. here in Mexico, very famous beaches like Cancun, Acapulco, uh, a lot others. Um, I went in my last vacation. I went to the Cancun, and Cancun has crystal waters, warm. Um, I went to Xcaret. It's a park where you can do a lot of things. For example, swimming with sharks, or an international buffet, or rest on the beach. Uh, how do you say rapid boat? Rapid boats, uh, fast boat, or yeah, fast boat trips. Uh, journeys, jet boat. I don't know, a lot of things that kind. Um, swim with the snorkel at Cozumel Island. A lot of people from Europe, from Brazil. I remembered that I was the only Mexican in that date. It's very international beach. Um, expensive, also expensive, but my vacation, I like it a lot. Mexico has a lot of history. It's famous by the Aztec culture.
Okay, thank
Another
you. Very good description. You know, I hear many good things about Mexico, and I'd love to visit there. You asked for fast boats, or how do we talk about fast boats? Guys, in English, quite often, if it's a very fast boat, we call it a power boat. Usually that
how do
indicates
you
it's got a lot of power.
power boat? Power?
Power boat is a common term. Speed boat also works. A
Uh-huh.
cigarette boat
Okay.
is a type of fast boat. But yeah, speed boats or power boats are generally considered very fast boats.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much.
Right.
Let's go on to Leandro. Leandro, you have 2 minutes. Give me your sales pitch.
All right. Well, Brazil, it's a huge country, and we have 27 states. The capital is Brasilia. Um, we have no earthquakes. We have no death penalty. The fruit is very cheap. You can buy rice and bean, meat, chicken. All those things is kind of cheap. And there is a lot of beaches in a lot of states. Uh, Many types of food. Feijoada, it's black bean with pork and ribs all together. Uh, well, we love dogs. We love uh, cats. We like to meet. We like to know each other. We like to meet people. We do a lot of barbecue on Sunday. Many places do that. Hmm, what else can I say? It's many parks. The cars are also expensive, but you can go anywhere by bus, by subway, and food. Uh, I think that's it. What minute? What
All right.
time
Well, you
left?
left us with about 20 seconds left, but
20 seconds.
thank
Well,
you very
but
much for that rich.
yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, terrific, Leandro. Think about what you're going to be talking about next. We might talk about the things that we're not all happy about with our countries. All right. To give you guys another round, I'm going to move right over into Rafael. Rafael, you've got 2 minutes. Give me your best sales pitch, also from Brazil.
Okay. In Amazon forest, we have lots of different species of animals, and are what else? We we have different types of plants, of trees. Several products are extracted from these trees, like uh, rubber when and special plants to create medicines. There are different types of seasonal fruits, and some of them are very caloric. And it's a and what else? What, here where I live in Rio, we have lots of beautiful beaches, and you can enjoy a delightful promenade throughout the shore at sunset. It's one of our postcards. Um, you can also try different desserts from different parts of the country. It's almost impossible to speak about my country and doesn't mention soccer. It's the most popular sport here. And our hydrographic basic is one of the biggest of the world. It represents something around 12.5% of the total amount of potable water. It represents a lot. It's our one of our heritage for society, for mankind. About the culture a little bit is samba. It's one of the most disclosed musical genders of our culture, and our country is worldwide famous about that.
Thank you, Raphael. Awesome. Excellent. Well, Wellington, it's now your turn. You have 2 minutes. Sell me on your country. Nobody's talked about music. Well, Raph just did, but nightlife, the people, fishing, barbecues. You've got 2 minutes.
Okay.
Give me your best sales pitch.
Okay. Well, it's, Brazil, if you like water, the marine fauna is big. If you have animals, we have the forest to camp, to stay in middle of the forest. You can hear the animals, play with them. If you like beaches, like was said, we have a lot of beaches. If you can there in some of them, you can also stay nude if you like. And the people that came to here and are enemies, when they come, they become friends because here we are positive. The people is very friendly. You can in the middle of the day goes to a bar and to know other people, talk, dancing, sing different musics. We have samba, we like rock, we like axé music. We have a lot of fruits, good fruits, fruits that you can't find in other places. We have a lot of opportunity to work, and if you have a good idea,
Thank you, Wellington.
You can.
All right, you guys all did a wonderful job, but it's only fair for me to take a few minutes myself and maybe describe my country, so you can hear the adjectives I use and see how well I react under pressure as well. So let me share my screen because I'm going to use some pictures as a way of providing some descriptions. So let me restart the timer. Most of you think of Canada as being cold with frosty lakes, snow-capped mountains, just like this picture here, but think of your own countries in the summer, how hot, so humid it is in Ecuador or Brazil and Argentina. It's so hot you can't do much. However, in Canada, in the summer, well, it can reach as much as 40 degrees most summer days. It's a very warm and comfortable 30 degrees. The water's warm, reaching up to 26 degrees, refreshing. The sun rises early in the morning to give you a start to the day and doesn't set till 9 o'clock at night. You can go hiking, you can go biking, or you can sit on the dock on your favorite lake and just enjoy a couple of beverages and drinks with your friends. Sometimes sitting by the lake with a close friend or significant other is the best way to spend summer. Most summer days in Canada are warm and sunny. We also have a very busy nightlife. We have lots of musicians. Maybe you've heard of some of the Canadian artists. Nickelback, Bryan Adams, Celine Dion, just to name a few. We have many famous beverages and beers. If you want to try something different, consider Canada. Just don't show up in winter when it's very, very cold. So I don't know, I think some of you guys did a much better job than me. Yes, Russia's also from Wellington, but that was many years ago.
Celine Dion's from Canada?
Oui, monsieur. She is from Quebec. You'd be surprised. Probably a good 20% of the musicians you listen to are from Canada and aren't American. All right, but this is not about Canada. So I see we lost a student. We lost Raphael, so that means you guys have more time. So let's think here. We've talked about some of the positive things. This is probably the last round we'll have. I'll give you guys each 2 minutes again. No, I'm going to try something different. I'm going to give you 2 minutes, but instead of just trying to think of what to say, I want to practice a bit of small talk with you guys. So Amp and Anna, what I would like you two to do is start a conversation with each other where the main topic will be about your countries. Okay? So start off with some introductions and say where you're from and ask each other questions to get each other to talk about your countries, okay? Like a miniature interview. And you know what? I'm going to give you guys 3 minutes instead of 2. Are you guys excited? Are you ready to try it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Any questions?
No.
No.
Okay. So go ahead and start. You guys have 3 minutes.
Hi, Ampi.
Hi, Anna. Well, I know that you are from Brazil. What part of Brazil do you live?
I live in the southwest of Brazil, in a small town called Angra dos Reis, which has 365 islands, one more beautiful than the other, and a crystal clear water. It's near Rio de Janeiro city, in the southwest of Brazil. What about you? In which part of it? Excuse me?
Do you have beaches there?
Oh, yes. Just in my little town, we have more than 2,000 beaches and 365 islands, one for each day per year. What about you? Where do you live?
I live in Guayaquil. The picture that I have in my profile is from my city. This is the downtown, and it is across my city that is called Guayas. This is a story about this name that is about my city. That is supposed to be the name of the two caciques, that's two Indians, indigenous people. what's the name of his wife and the name of the husband. That is what the name of my city. And
Yes,
it's a city with a weather that is almost every time over the 25 degrees centigrade. And
uh,
nowadays we are in winter. That is the season when we have rain. Mhm,
our climate is very similar. Here it is also sunny all year long. And
mhm.
we also have some indigenous people here, and most of them in the Amazon rainforest. But we have some little tribes spread out all
What
over
is the
the
principal
country.
activity in your city?
In my city, water activities, uh, such as snorkeling, wakeboarding, paddleboarding, scuba diving.
Yes, but the
You know,
economic activity of your city.
it's a touristic town, and the economy revolves around tourism, and also there are three nuclear power plants which gives
Provide the energy
people,
to
yes,
the other.
electricity, and
Yes.
it's also
Well,
responsible
here
for the
is
economy.
more from the
I guess.
hydroelectric plant in our country. Not nuclear, just thermal. Okay.
Okay, thank you. All right, so a couple of things I mentioned there, guys, is remember the key to small talk is not to take most of the talk time. Try to give each other a fair amount of time and allow for pauses too. You two, I think you did a great job. So now I'm going to let Emmanuel and Leandro talk
All
for
right.
2 minutes. Sorry,
Hi,
3
Leandro.
minutes.
Hi, Emmanuel. What city do you live?
What I am living in Monterrey, Mexico.
Mm, I don't know.
Uh,
It's north, south.
is in America, close to the USA border, about 2 hours from the distance. Uh, I was living here by 10 years, but I know several parts from Mexico. For example, I was living on Aguascalientes. Aguascalientes is famous by the San Marcos Fair, a lot of bullfightings, cockfightings, uh,
And what do you like to
casino,
eat?
a lot of beers. Mexico is famous for a lot of touristic industry, like beaches, pre-Hispanic, uh, uh, colonial from the Spaniards times, architectonical tourism. Mexico City is the most biggest cities on the world. I don't know. I like a lot Mexico.
I like Mexican food, like taco,
Yeah, the
burrito.
food is another topic. We can talk about hours about food, tacos, beers, tequila,
Mhm. It's good.
enchiladas, a lot of delicious things. What about you, Leandro?
Well, here, well, I don't drink any alcohol, but we have a lot of fruit, juice fruit and juice, orange juice. It's famous here because all the season we have orange, whatever the season, winter, even winter we have orange, and it's kind of green here because all the places have some place green and it's nice, it's beautiful, many parks, you can ride bicycle freely. Many people do. In my city, it's never goes to zero and never pass to 35 degrees. So São Paulo, São Paulo capital.
And of course, in Sao Paulo, you guys don't have to worry about traffic problems because traffic doesn't move.
Ah, of course not.
No,
I
no,
don't even
no.
know what is this.
You have your own personal helicopter, right?
Ah, sure.
Yes.
I like the Brazilian culture. For example, I started study Portuguese,
Hold
Portuguese,
on.
Portu,
Sorry, Manuel.
uh,
Portuguese.
I Duolingo.
I've got to give some time to Raphael and Wellington, and then we can
Uh-huh.
have some free-form conversation. So,
Okay.
Raphael and Wellington, you guys have 3 minutes. Go ahead and start when you're ready, please.
Hi, Rafael. How are you?
Hi, Wellington. I'm fine. Thanks for asking you.
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. Rafael, I don't know Rio de Janeiro. I was there only one time years ago in the Rocking Hill. Tell me about a little about your city.
Well, I think it hasn't changed a lot since the last time you probably have came here. Uh, it's still a beautiful city and still a marvelous city, there's like the song, but it has their problems. But I think we shouldn't talk about them right now. Uh, it's beautiful. You can enjoy the nature. There are lots of places to hang out. There are lots of places to go to walk, and we can enjoy different different places to different rides. And it's a nice place to enjoy. What about São Paulo?
Okay.
People say São Paulo it's cold for most part of the year. Is that right?
Sorry, I don't understand.
Some people say that
What you
São Paulo
said?
it's. Some people say that
Oh,
São Paulo is cold most part of the year. When I have to travel to São Paulo, I have to wear my jackets, or is
Yes,
that cold
yes,
really?
yes, but not too much because the temperature is the climate is changing with the time, with the pollution, I think. But it's good to go out of the house, of the home, with a jacket, a blouse, because maybe in late you can use it if the temperature if the temperature fell. But São Paulo is good. No, in some parts, of course, we have problems like the traffic. I think here we have the most of the bad traffic is in the world, but we have helicopters. Okay, but we have a lot of companies here. We have a lot of people. The city is big. The temper the oh Simon, the city is big. We have a lot of companies.
Ding, 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 ding,
We
ding,
have
ding.
music. Too
Ding,
much
ding, ding, ding,
pressure with
ding.
the clock.
All right.
Time is up.
Time is up. And thank you guys for another class. I'm just kidding. We still got 12 minutes left. What I've been trying to do is I've been doing this for many years now, and Raphael can attest to this. I've taught classes on project management, grammar, various business courses. And the one thing I keep hearing about is I need more time to speak, more talk time. So I've come up with a new format of the classes where I spend very little time doing introductions. And I use small talk and I use various topics to get you guys describing and speaking more. And I find that it seems to be one of the best things that you guys are looking for. But I'd like to hear your feedback. Does this format work for you? Having a lot more talk time, talking to other students? Amp, what do you think?
Yeah,
Yes.
always good to practicing.
Sorry,
think-
Amp?
Yes, I think it's pretty good for us to try to just speak, and then you can give us the feedback of what the mistakes about pronunciation of grammar structure or something. A little bit. I think it is a little impossible to grab everything, but the most relevant. In that way, I think we get a little more confident ourselves in try to speak without interruptions. Just say what we are thinking, and then we'll receive the feedback.
Okay, good. Thank you. Anna, what about you?
I couldn't agree more. It was a great class, and you have a great way of teaching. And thank you.
You're very welcome. And I want to thank Anna too, because Anna gave me some advice, and she's one of the reasons I've changed a few of the things, and I think this gives you guys a lot more time to be able to speak with each other. And it's tough when we have a full class like this to give you guys plenty of talk time. Recently, I had a full class and only 3 students showed up, so they had a lot of talk time, and I think it was last night. Emmanuel, you've never attended my class before. What do you think of this format?
I like it a lot because on English there are a lot of
Hello?
events internationally. A lot of accent is useful to talk each other in order to training our ears to understand all the people.
Okay, thank you. Leandro?
Oh, it's a very nice conversation, but I rather pronunciation than conversation. But it's always good to practice, and 1 minute is enough because we have 8 people in the class, and we have just 1 hour, so really tough. But
Well, you know,
I
Leandro,
like that.
that gives me an idea. So tomorrow I have 1 class, and it's in the morning. I'm thinking of maybe having 2 classes tomorrow evening, back to back. Start the first one at 5 o'clock my time. So you notice my early class, I would start it at that time. And what I was thinking of doing is what we call a game class. If you guys have ever heard of a game called 20 Questions,
Yes.
think of it
Yes.
like this. So
No,
this is a
I didn't.
smartphone. And I won't tell you guys it's a smartphone. I'll say I've got an object. And you guys have to take turns asking me yes or no questions. So again, descriptive questions work the best. But you also have to listen to each other. Okay? Because you have to remember all the questions that have been asked. You have to put together a puzzle. I can help you with pronunciation in the class, but that's not the focus. So I call it a game class, but it's really just a fun way of trying to guess things. And the class goes very quick. Talk time, it's about the same. The difference is, since you're only asking single questions, you get your turn to speak more frequently. And then maybe the second class could be a pronunciation class, and maybe I look at the ED sound, or maybe I do something called word pairs. In word pairs, I select a whole bunch of very basic, simple words. Each word has a basic sound, and I have each of you say these word pairs until somebody has trouble, and then I spend a bit of time helping you guys with that sound. Leandro, does that sound like something you'd be interested in?
It sounds good, but
Okay, what about
only
you,
one
Raphael?
question. What time is it there?
Well, it's
Because you
8
say
o'clock now,
8.
but if you
Because
look
you
at my
say the class
calendar, I
is
would have
5.
to book these, like I'll book it later tonight. I don't have the time to book it now, and I
Here
can
it's
email you
10.
guys.
Here is 10 a.m.
Yeah, it's 8 p.m. here.
Yeah, Leandro, the
This is what
class
I'm
tomorrow.
doing for tomorrow.
No, here it's 9 p.m.
No,
Okay, guys, my purpose here is not to have a discussion what time it is, because I've only got a few minutes left. I'm curious to know if, because I don't want to go ahead and book 2 hours of classes tomorrow evening if no one's going to show up.
No, I just mentioned it because you said 5 o'clock, and
Right, that's when I would be holding it, my time, which would be 5 o'clock. But what I would do is I'd put it in the calendar. So, Leandro, when you went to this class tonight, it was a 7 o'clock start time, my time, so I would start it 2 hours before this.
all right.
yeah. Simon, I only see one class for tomorrow.
That's correct, because I haven't booked them yet.
Okay, okay.
All right.
Okay, sir.
Anna, what do you think? Does it sound like you'd be interested in these classes?
Yes.
Would it be too early in the day for you?
It will be, but I will try to show up.
All right. Well, I'll do my very best to get those on the agenda for tomorrow, guys. But I won't be able to do it for about an hour or two. Once they're booked, I'll send you an email, and you can go and reserve it. So I'll book one first. If it fills up, then I'll go ahead and book the second one.
Unfortunately, I'll be at work.
Yeah, work gets in the way of life, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
All right. And you know what, Raphael and Wellington, you guys didn't get a chance to speak in the last round where I was asking students questions. So, Raphael, yeah, if you want to give me your feedback too, what do you think of the new class formats that I'm using?
At least for me, it's helpful for two reasons. One of them because since you have to answer questions in 2 or 3 minutes, it's some of the time I had to give a speech in the test I'm planning to take, and for another reason is to it's kind of silly, but it's at least for me to realize how bad my English is, because I'm not feel prepared for handle these questions and have to feel the pressure to speak with coherence so quickly. So I need to practice my ability to speak, but it's better. I like your classes.
Okay, good. Yeah, clear, concise, and coherent. Don't worry about making mistakes, Anna and Raphael. The more you practice, the better you'll get, and that's why I'm trying to give you guys more than just a few sentences or more than a few minutes per class to speak. All right, Wellington, your thoughts, please, sir. Last to speak, I think.
I like all the formats that you bring to us, and like Rafael said, when we have time to talk, is helpful because in real life sometimes you find some time to talk, and like in a exam, in a test, I like for me it's very useful.
Okay, terrific. Well, yeah, and see, my problem too about the stopwatch amp is well, I never had a stopwatch until recently with this phone. It can be tough sometimes because you're trying to give each student a fair amount of time, but you're also trying to be fair to the student. Sometimes if you say things perfectly, I don't have anything to correct, whereas another student might take a bit of extra time. So it's tough, and what I've said before in the past to some students is, I'm not a socialist or communist. I can't guarantee each of you an exact amount of time. If you really do want to have time devoted to you, consider purchasing private lessons, and then it is all just about you and me. So again, I do my best, but I can't always give everybody an exact amount of time, so do consider the private lessons if there is something you want assistance with.
Yes, I know, but sometimes there are some students that they forgot that they are in a group class and they start talking more than 5 minutes, and the rest of people don't have the same opportunity. So the stopwatch is helpful.
Well, terrific. And I am a project manager, so facilitating and keeping things on track is something that's easy for me to do. Guys, thank you so much for attending. I am going to put in some more classes for tomorrow. And the game class, I call it game class, but it's really more than that. It's about a fun way of learning, asking questions, and thinking. All right? And at the end of tomorrow's 20-question class, I want to get your opinion, see if you like it, what we can do differently. We'll make changes. And if that class fills up, I'll go ahead and put a pronunciation class in.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Good night.
Good
See ya.
night. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you, Simon. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, guys.